All right, let's get Friday's Daily Puzzle on chess.com a shot. This one's called Forward Thinking Backward Victory. It's black to move. Give the video a pause and try it yourself if you feel like it. So if I take this pawn, comes with check, and if the pawn takes, then the knight is undefended, but my bishop is under attack. Yeah, I don't like that very much. All right, I do have, okay. I wasn't seeing very many checks. I see that this is a check. So maybe that's where I'm starting. Nothing can block that. So check there, and the king is forced to this square. I feel like I kind of have to keep giving checks. This all looks pretty scary. Like I'm getting attacked pretty hard here. All right, so check. Oh, the knight could block, but I guess I can take it. Oh, and then that's just mate actually. Okay, so check here. I feel like there's probably a queen sacrifice in order. Yeah. Oh, is that just mate? No, the queen's here. Okay, I was seeing check here, check takes here, but the queen is protecting that square. But that does look like an interesting line, at the very least. So the title of the puzzle has backwards victory in it, so I feel like I have to make a backwards knight move or something to get a checkmate. I feel like it must start with this. Check here, and I like the queen sacrifice. Pawn takes, it really just opens up the king, especially since this is being occupied. This at the very least forks the queen. Like if I go here, 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 I guess that's just trading material. I win maybe a pawn. I win a pawn and really open up the king. So the queen takes here, then I take with the knight, and the king does look pretty trapped, and it's not even really. Like it has this square. Huh. So what can I do? Can I do this first? If I check here, pawn takes, bishop check. No, not really. It feels like this knight has to do something to me because of the title and just because of where it is. I don't really know what it can do. If I check here, I really want to figure this whole thing out. I feel like I can. I feel like I'm not that far off. This is like really my only check. I really just want to make this move out of sheer laziness. But here's forced. I'm really tempted. Like I don't think I have a check other than this. I don't, right? So I feel like I have to sacrifice the queen. Pawn takes, it opens up the king a lot. Okay. I wouldn't sacrifice the pawn, would I? I don't see why I would do that. Bishop here. Queen takes. Can I ignore the queen or something? Like how do I? The king is in the corner. All right, knight takes. I don't know. Is this the line? I'm really stuck on it. I gotta investigate this here. All right, so it is that, and then I feel like it's probably the queen sacrifice. I don't know what else I would do here because I don't have any checks. I feel like it must be the queen sacrifice, right? This is the only check that I have on the board. Am I right about that? I think I'm sacking the queen. Okay, so I was wrong about that. What? So is the next move isn't a check? Is that what's happening? Do I just like threaten? Is there some way that I threaten mate? Do I take this? Oh, that's probably it. I just take this because if the pawn takes, this is checkmate. And then if you don't take, the king is totally trapped. There's just nothing what it can do. Tough move. Okay, I think it's probably just take here. That's crazy, and there's like this nasty discover check too. Wow. So do I have to go here? Yeah, so there's a lot of danger down here. That's why I was thinking, I didn't actually see this check in particular, but it did seem like it was really dangerous down here. So I figured I had to keep giving checks because it was so scary looking. So I can just go, I mean, it must be this, right? Because this is mate. If I could go here, I have to go here. Oh, I can't. Wait, so what do I do? I only have one move. What do I... Oh, I blocked the check. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. This is the backward. Okay. This is checkmate. I blocked the check with checkmate. That's crazy. Okay. Tough one. Tough puzzle. I'm not kicking myself too much for not getting that one. Let's run that back. Cool. So not a lot of checks here in this puzzle to start. This is a check, and it forces the king back. Really the only move in the puzzle. For white, the knight could block, but I would just take, and then that would just be checkmate. So you go here, the king has to move back. And this is where I was stuck. I felt like the queen sacrifice looked pretty good because the pawn has to take it, and then your bishop's getting in, but it's not really because the queen's here defending the square. And I was just trying to figure out how to make this work for a really long time and couldn't make it work. The reason is because that's not the answer in the puzzle. The answer is to take the knight with the bishop, which feels wild because you're under a ton of pressure here. Like, there's a lot of stuff pointing at your king. Your king is pretty naked. But the point is that white just really doesn't have a move, and the king is completely trapped. So if the pawn takes, the queen takes, and that's checkmate. And if any other move happens, you can just move the bishop out of the way, and that's checkmate. White finds like a kind of a crazy move here. I wasn't ready for this. The pawn pushes, threatening to make a queen and take the rook, and it's a discovered attack. But the point is that you can block the discovered attack. You can't move your king at all. Your king is actually completely trapped. I guess you could legally go here, but it would just be immediately be checkmate here. So the move in the puzzle is just to move the bishop and block the check. You can actually block the check with the bishop, and then this is checkmate. So you both block the check and checkmate at the same time, which is kind of hilarious. And that's how you win the puzzle, too. There it is. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.